I'm on my bed space. I don't even have 1 dirham. I don't even have a bank account. But I just had my phone and, I was connected to internet and I was just watching people enjoy. And I was crying. I was crying a lot. It was very hard.
Let's Talk DXB. Real conversations by real people. Eric.
Yes.
I think we need longer than 1 hour.
We'll try to make it
We'll
short.
try, but I have a lot to unpack with you. So firstly, as always, I'm so grateful for busy people that give me their time. And you reaching out to me when you saw one of the episodes of Let's Talk. I was like, okay, I'm always open for like collaboration, learning. That's why I love doing this. So I won't go into too much detail yet, but you gave me a brief overview. We spoke for like 10 minutes.
Yes.
And then I got off the phone. I was like, who is this guy? So did my research. I was like, okay, that story, what you told me doesn't match.
It doesn't
what's
match
happened.
with the personality. Like, it doesn't match with the face that I am now. It doesn't. I got that a lot.
Yeah, okay. So before we go in, because I have I want to learn a lot from you because your story is really interesting.
Thank you.
Tell me a bit more about Eric and how you ended up in Dubai.
So I'm from Cameroon.
Okay.
And how did I end up in Dubai? I want to see more. I want to see what I see on the TV, And I was researching. I was kind of doing a bit well for myself in Cameroon because I was just starting to find myself.
Okay.
So I kind of Google place where I can go without visa because, as an African, it's very hard to leave the country. So I found Dubai, which a friend told me about ages ago. And I was like, cool, let me see. It was very easy to get the visa.
It was?
In a couple of days, I got the visa and I just moved here. I was like, that's it. I've left everything behind. My mom was crying. She was very scared.
Wow.
And I left. She was crying.
Even with her tears, you left.
Yeah, I left. But somehow she was also happy that I was leaving.
Yeah.
But, the mom, she was scared because I didn't know anybody here.
Literally nobody.
Nobody.
Okay. Okay.
I just know some people, one person in general that I've met on Facebook, on a Facebook group.
So not even like a close...
Yeah, no. Because I
You're
was doing
brave.
race.
Yeah, okay.
So, then I came to Dubai.
So you come to Dubai.
Yeah.
And then what did you come to do? What did that look like when you first landed?
When I first came, my goal when I came was to work with Emirates.
Okay.
Emirates
you were
Airline.
set, yeah.
Because back home, I was doing some kind of modeling job.
Okay, got it.
And my mom always tell me, modeling, it's not a real job.
Yeah.
And all my family was like, what are you doing on TV? What are you doing there?
Yeah.
Are you this one? Why? And
They want you to be a doctor or a lawyer or an accountant,
And I was like, okay, maybe my mom is right,
Right.
And I was kind of passionate about the aviation.
Okay, yep.
So one of the main reasons why I moved to Dubai, I even applied from Cameroon before I moved to Dubai, but they didn't take me.
Right.
So I was like, okay, maybe if I'm there,
It'll be easier. Yeah.
So I went.
But did you have a job set when you came?
No,
Or
when
you
I came
thought
to
you'd
Dubai, like I said, I didn't know anybody. I
Yep.
didn't have any job.
Right.
And I didn't even know where I was going to sleep, to be honest. But I was looking.
Yeah, okay.
And I got a hotel for a couple of weeks, for 2 weeks.
Okay.
And then the money
Dries up quickly. When you said hotels, that's gone. Yeah.
So actually, I think it was 8 days for the hotel, and then I
Right.
went to, when the money finished, I went to look for bed space and everything.
Yes, yeah.
And from that, I was just looking for job, looking Facebook,
Wow.
Instagram, everywhere
Anything.
I could
Yep.
find. I was even walking outside,
With
give my
CVs.
CV. Yeah.
Eric, you grinded.
Yeah. I didn't want to go back there. I was like,
for you,
nah.
this was I'm staying.
So after 2 months, my visa was 3 months.
Of course.
And after 2 months,
Yeah.
I didn't have money anymore. So now I was just kind of running away from the landlord,
Yeah.
And sometimes sleeping on the stairs.
Really?
If the landlord is sleeping in the house because he wanted his money.
So you'd have to sleep outside.
And I was panicking, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
But how did you manage that? That level of stress?
I guess I was just young and hungry.
Yeah, that's a different,
I wanted something.
You wanted, yeah.
And I could see, there's something with me. If I see other people have it, Like,
Why not you? But that's the right mindset. Yeah, it's the right mindset.
So yeah, but the third month, I actually got a job as a waiter.
I see. So you went into hospitality.
Actually, no, I got a job as a cleaner.
Right. Okay.
But then when I went there, they were like, let's put you waiter. For some reason. I was like, okay, waiter, whatever, cleaner, because
I just need money.
Yeah, I was like, I just need something to have a visa and to stay in Dubai.
Yeah.
So they didn't know I didn't know how to speak English.
So how did you cover that?
Because the manager was French of the restaurant.
Oh, fantastic.
So she was speaking to me in French. And I was like, yeah.
And you just did that because...
And when I got hired, they were like, you're not speaking any word in French. I was like, no, don't worry, I'm going to learn. Like, I'm
Wow.
And yeah, they wanted to fire me. They were like, we can't. And I was like, no, like, give me just 2 weeks, 1 month maximum.
Yeah.
They kind of, they were like, okay, but you really need to do your proof. And I did it.
So how did you learn? Was it just from like hearing other people, conversating?
Talking with other people, reading, watching video, everything in English. If someone come to me in French, I don't want to talk to you. Like,
so you forced yourself to speak it?
Kind of. Yeah.
Okay, this is a different type of mindset. Okay, so you're learning English so you can stay in the job in the restaurant, so you can be a waiter. Yeah. And they kept you like in...
Yes, they did. And I was like, they kept me, it was very good. And I was like, that's a way for me because I heard at Emirates, they need Dubai experience or hospitality experience.
Oh, yeah, good shout.
And I was like, okay, we're doing this.
Yeah.
And it was very good. So, but it was very hard work. I was working 14 hours.
Okay.
Every day with 1 day off.
So you did the 6 days a week, 14 hours.
Yes.
It's a lot.
I think for young people, it's fine.
It's okay. Yeah, I think you're
okay.
right.
You have, when you're young, you have so much energy.
Yes,
right now, I'll shoot myself. I'm sorry. I will literally be
Can't do those hours anymore.
No. But I was doing it. It was hard, but I was doing it.
But that's like that's a different type of like mindset. Because even you're planning, you know, some people will be like, oh, I don't want to work in hospitality. Obviously, you're surviving. You need to pay rent or somewhere to live. And then you're like, Ash, I can use that skill to still get me to the goal of Emirates. Like you were willing to at least take the steps needed to get there. Yes. Focused. Okay. Yep. So you're working in hospitality. How long did you stay in the restaurant?
I stayed there for 10 months.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, then I was tired.
Yeah.
And I kind of learned already, like I knew already the English a little bit.
Yep, so you're set. Yep.
And I was like, okay, fine, like I'm leaving. Meanwhile, I was applying for Emirates.
Oh, okay. I
applied for Emirates and the first time they rejected me. Second time, they called me for the interview. Oh. I did the interview. Yes. I went through the final interview. Then they reject me. They're like, we're sorry. It was like 100 people. And at the final interview, we were 5.
Okay,
and then they only select 3 people.
So close.
Yeah, I was.
But how did that make you feel? Because someone else would have given up.
I fell into a depression.
Right, I was going to say, because that's when you'd want.
I fell into a depression.
Because you're so close.
I wasn't eating. And plus, at that time, I just resigned from my job. Oh. And I didn't have a job anymore.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was very hard.
But how did you navigate that? At that point, you had like a good circle of friends because to be like alone, jobless.
I would say I had a very good girlfriend.
Okay, good. Oh, so she support.
Yes.
Yeah, good. Yeah, that's what's needed. So you had someone there because that's mentally really hard.
Yeah, I think it's the only person who helped me through that period. Yeah. Then later on, some friend came along.
Okay. Yep.
But at that time, if she wasn't there, I think I would have
been able to. At least you can acknowledge that. That's a good man when they know that they've got the right support.
She knows that.
Yeah, good. That. Yeah, fantastic. So then Emirates didn't work out. You're not working. So then what did you do in that time?
I decided to do personal training.
Ah, okay, yes.
Because I was like, okay, I go to the gym, I train.
You're into fitness,
I'm into fitness. Yep. And I started to train people. Yeah. It was going good.
Oh, good. Yeah.
It was going very good. I enjoyed it.
Yep.
Until Corona came. I mean, I was training, but it wasn't like very, very good, but I kind of like enjoyed it.
Okay.
And I was managing to pay my bed space and to have some food.
Yeah. Like to have a bit of a like life balance, start enjoying Dubai. Yeah. Okay. It was very good. And then
when COVID came, COVID was actually a very fun moment for me.
Why is that?
Because I think I was at the point of my life where I was tired.
Okay. So forced you to rest as well.
I was very tired of Dubai. I was tired of being broke.
The grind.
I was tired of staying at home. Sometimes I used to stay at home like 4 days without eating.
Really?
Yeah, because I didn't have money and I didn't have friend. And if my girlfriend doesn't give me some money to eat,
You can't eat.
I can't. And I can't ask my mom because my mom, she would just cry and ask me to come
She'll
back.
tell you to come home. So she didn't know what was happening.
She didn't. She knew way after when I got out.
Yeah, of course. But at the time,
yeah, because I know I know my mom.
That
Like,
would have broken her.
Yeah. So one day, my mom, she was asking me some money.
Yeah.
And I couldn't, like, when I was saying, oh, I don't have. And, you know, when she see me, like, having a lot of fun on Instagram.
I'm going to get to social media, yeah.
And one day I told to my mom, listen, I'm doing, like, this, but it's not what you think.
What you're
then
seeing.
when I show her where I sleep, you know, and she just start crying and she stopped asking me money, you know. But yeah, like I was saying, sometimes I used to stay 3-4 days at home without eating. You know?
What?
And I will, God forgive me for that, but I used to go to the fridge because we share. And I was like, I can't die here.
Survival.
I can't. And I take some food from everyone and they like blame me and they're like, oh, if you do that again, we throw you out. And I was like, okay, so maybe I'm just gonna end up out. You know?
Survival.
Yeah, it was hard.
So you've gone through, you came here, you didn't know anybody.
Yeah.
Then you're looking for a job. Financially, it was difficult. So sometimes you're sleeping outside on the staircase because the landlord wants his rent money. To then finding something, learning English, almost getting to that dream job, what brought you here, and then being rejected.
Yeah.
And you still kept going.
Yeah. Like I said, at that point, I didn't really know what I was doing and where I was going.
Yeah, okay.
So, and also I was doing some kind of side hustle job.
Okay.
Modeling.
Yeah. Okay.
One right and left, like once in a month or once every 3 months.
Yep.
A brand will contact me. Oh, we like your profile.
I see.
And then they gave me like 2,000 and I'm like, wow. Okay, I can hold up with this 2,000 for 2 months.
Because you know, that's another thing. Because for you would know how to manage your money.
I know the value of 1 dirham. Because those 1 dirham used to buy me bread downstairs. So I can put it in the water with sugar and eat, and it will fill me the stomach for the whole day. So I know the value of 1 dirham, yeah.
Ooh, I'm going to get emotional. This is, okay. So then...
So like I said, when COVID came, I was tired already.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? I'm broke. I'm hungry. I'm sleeping in a very weird place. Like whatever happened to the world, I don't care.
You don't care.
I really didn't care because I was literally about to die a couple of months ago.
From hunger.
From hunger in the bed. So what's COVID? And during COVID, I had all my friends, Cameroonian, and we were just vibing, drinking, playing football. And I was like, I started to be happy again.
It forced you to enjoy.
Yeah. And during that COVID time, right after COVID, because during COVID time, my ex was actually like helping me. I was going to stay with her sometime.
Yeah.
You know. So, but right after COVID, the place where I was sleeping, the landlord said he's closing the flat.
Oh, really?
And he gave us notice 1 week.
What, for everybody to get out?
Yeah.
During COVID?
Just when COVID finished, like it was in 2020.
Yeah. Yeah, but still, you know, masks were still around and things. Yeah.
And
1 week.
And I was like, oh God, I'm going to be homeless again.
Again. No, but Eric, I need to understand through this process, in terms of your mental state, like if you really, like now looking back, obviously at the time you're thinking survival, you know, we don't assess that. How was that? Because that is a lot of knockbacks. It's a lot to put up with.
It was really a lot because I remember some Christmas, I was crying.
Yeah.
I was staying in the bed space. I couldn't even sleep properly on that bed because it was hard.
Yeah.
And I was calling my mom and I was just crying and then I laughed, you know, just for her to know.
Yeah, to feel okay, yeah.
But when I hang up, like I just cry. And I open my Instagram and I see everybody traveling. And you know, we're in Dubai. You see people going to UK, family time.
Christmas
You see
time,
people going back to
yeah.
Africa.
Yeah.
And I'm on my bed space. I don't even have 1 dirham. I don't even have a bank account. But I just had my phone and, you know, I was connected to internet and I was just watching people enjoy. And I was crying. I was crying a lot. It was very hard.
It's hard.
Like I said, at some point, I was thinking about going back.
Yeah.
I was thinking about going back home.
Because that's hard.
It was very hard.
Okay. So you've been asked to move out 2020, homeless again. So
End of 2020, yeah.
Okay. So where did you go? Or your girlfriend allowed you to stay? Or
My girlfriend, at that time, she's cabin crew for Emirates.
Oh.
And you can't.
You can't have, yeah.
She, at that time, you can't have.
Yeah.
So she couldn't
do anything. Yeah, which is understandable.
She booked me the hotel for 10 days.
Okay, yep.
But then she couldn't
She
keep
can't afford.
doing.
Yeah, it's expensive.
And yeah, I ended up homeless again.
So where did you sleep? Like when you say homeless, like
staircase, beach, and yeah.
That wasn't that long. 2020.
Yeah.
So that wasn't that
Like
long ago.
3 years ago.
Listen, anytime you're saying this, I was like, the person's and we'll get to that. When someone looks at your profile,
Yeah.
this story doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I know. It doesn't. But because like there's a huge change between 2021, between end of 2020 and now. Like physically, mentally, financially, there's a huge change. We were saying earlier, when I look back, I never thought I would be here. Never. I never thought I would drive the car that I'm driving. I've never thought I would open my bank account and see the number I'm seeing. I never thought I would meet the people I'm meeting now. Yeah, really.
Okay. I have to stay calm because this is crazy. So, okay, you're homeless again, second time in Dubai. And the thing is, and this is why, like, for me, sitting in front of you, let's talk, this is exactly why I set it up. Because a lot of people are struggling. Even when I went through my kind of change in life, oh, you live in Dubai, the sun is shining, you'll be fine. I'm not fine. Like, I'm crying at night. I'm navigating now being a single mom. I'm worried about how am I going to look after my son, but all of these things. And someone's like, well, if you live in Dubai, it has to, your life is going to be fine.
Yeah.
This is why I needed to do Let's Talk, because it's real. So when did you find somewhere to live? Like, how did you navigate all of that?
So it changed like quite quickly. I only stayed outside and at that time it was the month of my birthday. It was in December that I was homeless. I just celebrate my birthday. And in a couple of days, the landlord threw me out.
Come on.
So I've been homeless from like the middle of December till beginning of January. I was just sleeping there and there, like beach, and my stuff was to my friend place, my ex-girlfriend place, and I was just trying to
navigate.
One night, if you find me to this friend, I sleep there. One night, if I can't sleep there, I'll just sleep downstairs somewhere. One night, I can take the metro, go for a beach, sleep there. If police came out, I need to run.
You need to run.
Yeah. So after that, at that period, I was like, okay, I'm done with Dubai.
Yeah. That was your break-in, like, I can imagine.
I'm packing my bag and I'm leaving.
Yeah.
And right when I say I'm over, like I was literally over. I was over with everybody.
Yeah.
Dubai people, Dubai, like I was over. I was like, let me go home where my mom, she still managed to pay rent, and she have food.
You have food, basics. Food.
Food and where to sleep. I was like, that's all I need right now. And right when I was about to leave, a friend from Cameroon come to Dubai and he wanted to buy some piece for construction car.
Oh, okay, yep.
So I was like, yeah, whatever, man. I was expecting him to give me at least like 500.
Right, okay.
Because I'm going to
You're
walk
moving
him.
around, yeah.
We went, I connect him to the buyer. The buyer, he finally bought it, and he has a lot of money back home.
Ah, okay. He's doing business there and stuff. Yeah.
So he bought like expensive pieces.
Okay.
We're talking about million.
Oh.
In France,
but still, yeah.
And I got a commission out of that, a money that I've never had in my entire life.
Really?
45,000 dirham.
From you helping and connecting him to like the supplier.
Yeah.
So you thought maybe 500 dirhams.
I got a commission from the buyer and I got a commission from him.
Just in one go. When at one point you couldn't even eat.
Yeah. And
oh gosh.
yeah, okay. I think it was 40K something.
Yeah.
And I looked at that money like that. I was like, so at that moment I was like, so should I go back home with that money? Because I've been hustling here. I've never made 40K.
Yeah. Yeah.
Should I go back home or should I stay here and give myself a lifestyle that I never had and take it from there?
And you stay.
Your
grinding mentality is something else. Me, my non-risk taking, I'll take my 40 and I'll go back to my mum's house.
But you were saying earlier, it's about mindset. But once you have something that takes you there and you see how it is there, you live there, it's going to be very hard for you to want to go back.
That's true.
So those 40K, well, I was like, okay, I'm going to use it to put me there.
You were focused.
And from there, I've never went back again.
So what did you do with this 40K? So you had this money and then what in your mind, what was it? Obviously somewhere, food, stability, somewhere to live?
No, I was bigger than that. Like I did my driving license, VIP, one go.
Because you needed to move around. Yes, yeah.
I bought a car.
Yes, yeah.
I bought a car before I even had a house, before I rented a house.
Because you knew what that you needed the car for. Yeah.
I bought a car and then I went to put the first check I went to rent a house and I paid the first check.
Good. So you had stability.
Yeah, and the money was finished, but I was like, it's fine. We're going to, now that we have all this comfort, we're going to figure it out how to make the next money for it.
Because now your mind is not where am I going to sleep? How am I going to eat? You've got that fixed. Now your energy can go into what you came to Dubai to do.
And when people say, oh, like if you're broke, when you're broke and you worry about where you're going to sleep and what you're going to eat, it's very difficult to think about something else.
Of course, you don't have time. Like, basic needs are not covered. How can you then think about your, advancing yourself?
Exactly. And that's the mentality that I was. I was just thinking about what I was going to eat the next day and where I was going to sleep. Never thought about, I need petrol for my car.
My driving lessons.
So I did all that and I also bought a dog.
For company? What made you buy a dog?
Company. And not only for company, but also it gave me the kind of responsibility that if I have a dog, him and I will never have to go, I cannot go back to a bed space because I'll have, that's mean I fail as a dog owner, as
it's
a
like
dog
you
father.
having a child basically and saying it's my responsibility.
Yes, I'm going to make sure me and him, we always have a nice place to stay,
I need to pause because the mindset, can I understand, where did this mindset come from? Is it because you seem quite close to your mum? Your mum has taught you a certain way in terms of responsibility? Because you're quite young then to think like that. No one's thinking, let me get some more added stress and more responsibility to keep me focused.
I think I understood from very young about the power of the mindset. Which when I was something like 18, I've seen the movie The Secret. Yeah. And from there, I've started to develop a lot of things, visualize a lot of things, always thinking positive. I say always thinking positive, but when I was hungry and homeless, it was, you can't.
You're human.
You really can't.
You're human.
But once you get out of that, like wherever you put your mind, like you always get there. So
that is, because for such a young age, you thinking, I'm going to get something to make me responsible to know that I have to make it here.
Because what I realized is, when I was broke, my bed space was 1,000 dirham.
Okay.
And when I was doing up and down hustling, I've never missed 1,000 dirham to
Got
pay.
It. You made sure you always had that. Yes.
Even if I'm not eating. So I will pay the rent to sleep and then I'm not going to have money again for maybe, I don't know, a week or 2 weeks or a month.
Right, okay.
But I will always have
somewhere to sleep.
So when I give myself a responsibility that, listen, if I don't pay rent, I'm going to be homeless. I don't want to be homeless. So I got to pay rent and it's 1,000 dirham. 1,000 dirham is always going to come,
Focus. And obviously not being able to eat, I wouldn't even say being able to sacrifice, but being able to manage your money to know that I need to at least make sure the basics are covered. Someone that maybe has had this unfortunate experience of not having, they can go the opposite and blow I'm just going to go wild, spend, because I haven't had that much in my pocket before, but you still navigated to make sure you used it wisely?
Because I wanted, like, I knew with that money, I knew like that money just didn't come like randomly. It came with something.
Yeah.
That money came with something.
Yeah.
And that money was like a life decision. Either I go back home, I gave up, or I stay, and I triple that money out. And that's what I did, literally.
So you have somewhere to stay, you have your dog, you have your car.
From there, my mind was
set. Yeah.
And I was like, okay, so that's how people live in Dubai.
Got it.
They get out of their apartment, they drive their car.
I have a taste of like, and do you know what people take for granted as well? You know?
Oh, I know very well. And I was like, oh, they drive. You get out of your bed, you drive your car, you go to the mall, you come back. I was like, I feel good.
You valued it, yeah.
And when you are in that mindset, and then you start, okay, what can I do to make more money so I can keep that or so I can upgrade?
Yes.
And from there, it just, like when you are in the right mind space, like everything comes. Everything comes.
Yeah.
And that's from there. And I was also like, okay, I've done a lot of job. I don't know what else I'm going to do.
Right.
So I started focusing a bit on modeling. I was like,
okay,
that thing, like my mom told me like not to do that, but sometime I remember before it was giving me 2,000. It was giving me
something.
Yeah. So let's dig into that. So I dig into that. I registered to all the modeling agency in Dubai.
Yeah.
I took a big care of myself.
Yes.
Started going back to the gym and everything. And from there, like I just started to get selected for shoot.
Wow.
I shoot for Dubai government. I shoot for Emirates.
Emirates.
They rejected me for a job. And I end up shooting for them, and I was on the billboard in the airport in New York City.
What? So you had applied twice. The first time you didn't make it. The second time close, which probably was your breaking point because 5 out of 100.
Yeah.
And now you're on their billboard.
Yes. Yeah. And I also applied for Etihad, by the way.
Okay.
And because I was like, okay, maybe it's not Dubai, maybe it's Abu Dhabi.
Yeah,
Let's
fine.
go.
Yeah.
I apply, rejected. And I end up shooting for them as well. Yeah, they put me on the website, like they put me on the airport, and I was like, okay.
What?
So I shoot for half of the hotel in Dubai. You can imagine Rotana, Rove, Marriott, Emma. I shoot for all of them.
So you've gone from like not having 1 dirham or just having 1 dirham to buy bread to then being a model for some of the biggest brands.
Yes. And having more, like there's a number that I always imagined myself having in my bank account when I was broke, which I thought it was a lot, but it's not, 100,000 dirham.
It was doable.
Which I passed it only by doing only modeling, because imagine you shoot for multi-billion company.
Yeah, the budgets.
If you negotiate your budget good, like...
Yeah, and the more you build your portfolio, the more in demand. Because they're seeing other brands.
Exactly. So if one shoot is 10,000...
Yeah, of course.
Easily.
Yeah, easily you can reach that.
So, yeah, I kind of managed now, like...
Wow.
And I flew my mom to Dubai. And I was like,
From your modeling job.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I tell her, you didn't want me to do modeling, blah, blah, but look.
I've been able to bring you here.
Yeah. And my mom never flew. She never got inside the plane. And she started crying. She was like...
I'm trying not to cry. Because this type of journey that you've had, like I said before, I'm a Christian. I'm leaning on faith as well. But what I'm learning is what God has for you is for you. The story then, you in your bed sit homeless, you would never have seen it.
Nah.
Your desire to get to Emirates, you don't get it. And now you're on their billboard. What?
And it was kind of stuck in my mind that modeling is nothing. Like modeling is just to play. Like it's not a serious thing. You can't make a living out.
Make a living.
But watch me now. That's my living. I'm selling my image, and very expensive, and big corporate are buying it.
Wow.
That's what I'm doing now.
So when your mum came, talk me through that. I'm a mother. My heart is like, oh my gosh, this is like a movie.
It was actually her birthday, and I rent the boat, both
you did
parts.
everything.
We did everything.
She must have been so proud.
She was very happy. She was very, very happy. She was.
But at that point, did you tell her the situation? I know you'd mentioned it in bits, but did you tell her like what your living situation before? Like when did she get to know how much you suffered before getting to this point?
I think when she actually came.
You spoke to her. Yeah.
When she came.
She would have been so heartbroken.
She kind of understood as well.
Yeah. So then, because you started modeling, you're doing very well through it as well. So is that kind of what you do full time? You mentioned you'd also set up a business.
For now, yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Fantastic.
Full time modeling.
Good. But even you saying this story, like, does that feel so distant? Because it wasn't that long ago. When you're telling me like
3 years ago.
That is that your life has transformed in just that short space of time.
It did.
It seems like a movie.
And that's what a lot of people are saying. Yeah.
But it gives hope that it's possible. I'm sure, like when I look, that's why I said social media, because someone looked at your social media page now, nobody ever would have thought that you were homeless in Dubai.
But the thing is, I've talked about it a lot on my social media.
Okay.
That's not,
you're very open.
It's not something that I hide or that I'm ashamed of.
It's good.
Every time, like I try to remind people because they will see me with a celebrity.
Yes.
I did a shoot for Bayot.
Yes.
With a celebrity, Chris Hemsworth.
Yes.
And I've did a shoot with Kevin Hart. Like I've did a lot of big things.
Yes.
And when they see me driving my car, playing with my dog, being in my nice house.
Life is good.
Yeah. And a lot of people message me like, because I also have a Reels on Instagram where I put from waiter in Dubai to model.
Oh, really? Oh, I'm going to look at it.
And that Reels went kind of viral.
It would have gone viral, yeah.
And a lot of people message me all the time, like, how did you do that? Can you tell us? Oh, you're living a dream life, blah, blah. So I always try to remind them, like, listen, it hasn't always been a dream life. It was a nightmare before.
Right.
And now, yeah.
But it's good that you're willing to be authentic, because a lot of people, which is their personal choice, they don't have to share what they went through. But once they've made it, they don't want to, they might be embarrassed or ashamed, or they don't want to relive that because it's traumatic, actually. What you've been through is a lot of trauma, but at least you're owning it and hopefully helping others.
I feel like that's the base of my story.
It's the
I feel like they wouldn't like, yes, imagine if I was a British guy or an American guy came to Dubai doing modeling, shooting for big brand.
Yeah.
Okay, then what? But the fact that we come from nothing, didn't even think we were gonna be model and all this to be here, I feel like that's where that part needs to be told.
Yeah.
So it gives hope to a lot of other African that message me every day.
I can imagine.
That what you did is exceptional. Like I really admire. And I have so much feedback from people. At the beginning, I was like, okay, maybe it's not really a big deal.
It is a big deal.
But the feedback and what I was hearing from people, it really gave me like, okay, so maybe we should do something more about it.
Yeah. Because I think, again, it's the reality of life happens, right? A lot of people are going through life, good and bad. You have the extremes where, you know, everything's good and that's fantastic. But then also there's people that are trying to make it. And, you know, that hope, you know, having someone that they can see actually came from difficulties.
Yes.
And it's not a fairy tale for everybody. We have to be realistic, you know, those difficulties can last a lot longer. But I think it just shows that it's possible.
It is. And like I said, that's why I try to remind people that it's really possible.
It's possible.
It just depends on your ability to keep holding on the struggle.
How long you can keep holding on for.
Yes.
Because some people, if your story, I think as soon as you told me you were homeless, I'll be out. I would have let go of that road.
But then I let it happen, like it happened twice. Yeah.
The one time I'm out because the resilience that's hard.
And like you asked me this question about the mindset.
Yeah.
Like I told you also, I've watched the movie, The Secret.
Yeah, it's powerful now.
And at the lowest time of my life, when I was sleeping in the bed space, and at that time I was applying for Emirates. You know, when you apply for Emirates, you need to wait like a month for them to come back to you. So I had a picture that I actually put on the wardrobe door, and it was my dream car that I'm driving right now. And it was cabin crew people in uniform because I wanted to be cabin crew, and a private jet. So cabin crew, I end up Emirates. I end up shooting for them. That car, it was in 2019 actually, and now I'm owning the same car but 2023. And private jet, December for my birthday, I'm giving myself that gift.
Eric.
Yes.
And you know what? Some people will be like, oh, you can boast. You can boast because you've come from having to grind. Even if you don't have to grind, fine. I think you should be proud of what you've achieved and to manifest it and then to live it. You're giving me hope. Okay, I know I'm going to stick on my mirror this evening because I think mindset is it's
everything.
It's everything.
It's
and everyone
everything.
says it, but actually doing it is a different story.
A lot of people say that. Or a lot of people say, oh, mindset, you need to be strong, man. They don't know what it takes.
What it takes.
They don't.
It's a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
So I guess you're staying in Dubai for a while by the sounds of things. Things seem good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Things are moving pretty fast, actually.
And what else would you want to do? Like, you're doing great things already, but is there anything else that you're trying to set out? Because it seems like when you've got your mind focused, you try to achieve.
What I'm realizing is there's so much, especially in Dubai, there's so much money in the fashion industry.
Oh, it's huge.
It's a huge thing in Dubai. And I feel like in Dubai, there's no discrimination when it comes to representing a brand, and there's a lot of brand in Dubai. There's a lot of brand in Dubai, and those brands are doing so much marketing. So I feel like I'm in the middle of everything. So I thought to myself, listen, there's a lot of people messaging me about how to become a model. There's a lot of people messaging me about how did I end up where I am. When they see my story on the reels, they see how did I do that? So I was like, okay, let me try to
bring the two together.
Put an online course. Teach them how to do it.
Fantastic.
Because before that, I was helping people for free.
Okay. Yeah.
I was like, it doesn't cost me nothing,
This is how you do it.
Yeah, this is how you do it. This is how you do it. And they come back after 2 weeks. Hey, I hear what you say. Thank you so much. I got a job with this. And I was like, whoa.
Sell the knowledge.
People that I didn't even think when I was giving.
You're just I'm just telling you. Yeah.
And they come back, they were like, I signed up with this modeling agency. They took me and then they did a shoot. I got paid 2,000 and I was like, whoa, okay. Great. One person, two person.
I think it's always a blessing when you can share and help others. And obviously, if you can make it into your career or extended career, why not? Because then you're living out your talents as well and surviving. We all have to survive. So that's exciting. So is the material up or you're still working on the material?
We almost finished.
Okay, good.
I'm launching 1st September.
Oh, not long. Okay, you have to share the details.
And I'm the only one in the Middle East who is doing that.
Say, I'm not in the fashion industry, but I haven't seen that type of content being created. Yeah.
And trust me, me thinking that, I'm like, whoa,
it's
that's
exciting.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That's actually crazy. So a random Cameroonian guy. No. I swear. Even today while I was recording, I was like, every day I'm like, whoa, I can't believe I don't think I know, but I don't think when I say that to some friend, some say, okay, some think it's big, something, oh yeah, it's cool, but people don't actually realize that I'm doing something that no one ever done in the Middle East, and that's going to help people.
Yeah.
And that couple of years ago, no one could care,
Yeah.
But now it's a big industry, and everybody want to tap into it, So I'm like, wow, I'm doing something big. A random guy from Cameroon come here, nothing, and now he's teaching people how to become model, how to shoot for Emirates, because everybody can do it. They need new face, but no one know where to start.
How to navigate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm doing this.
That's exciting.
Yeah. And sometimes, I swear, you really can't imagine how much money there is in the fashion industry in Dubai.
It's huge. It's full circle because obviously I know African culture, West African background. It's very easy actually to get deterred into what your parents want you to do. Obviously they want the best for you, and for them more traditional roles is what they expect. If you had followed, and I'm not out there saying don't listen to your parents, but if you had followed,
I think I'll be very miserable by now. I'll be very miserable.
Yeah.
Because my ex is still cabin crew, and the more you get older, it's getting
harder.
Because
Yeah.
the pressure of the plane and the travel time, the jet lag.
Physically, I heard it's quite a lot on the body.
It is.
Yeah,
it
someone was
is.
telling me this.
And no, I don't think I would have maybe done it for a couple of years or
And then
1,
not
2
wanted
years.
to, yeah.
But still, I'm very glad that I didn't do it. You know?
Yeah, now you can say that.
Yeah.
God had a different route for you to get to
glad I
Emirates,
didn't.
clearly.
I'm glad. But I still work with Emirates.
Yeah,
somehow.
just a
And
different
it's
way.
not,
Yeah.
I've done like 3 shoots with them.
Oh,
So
fantastic.
they kept like choosing me
Yeah.
over years.
So you got chosen for that role.
Yes.
That's what it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
Wow, so these inspirational stories exist. For me, like, obviously I watch a lot of movies. I always think it's just in the movies. I've never come across someone like you that's had this type of story, to be honest. I've never. I'm just like sitting here like, this happens?
Yes, it is. Like you were saying earlier, like sometimes when I sit like that and I look at myself,
It's crazy.
I see where I live, I see the car I'm driving, and I see my lifestyle. I'm like, I don't know.
You can't explain
I
it.
can't. When someone, like, for example, when someone asks me, how did you do? I will tell you how I did to a certain extent.
Yeah.
But at some point, things just start.
It just happens.
Things just happen. Like, you just have to put yourself there and then believe, and then things just happen. Because I really can't imagine.
So you hid this from family?
Yes, I kind
Wow.
of disconnect from everybody.
Right.
I did. Because no one could have really helped me in my family.
They would have told you to come back, basically.
Yes.
That would have been what?
And even if they did help, their big help will be very small for me here.
Right.
If they send me 50K in Cameroon, that will be 200 here. That will help me to last like 2 weeks. And then wow.
Oh, I see.
So I didn't want to
You don't
bother
want to
them.
burden them with, understood.
So
That's quite selfless of you, because some people calling their parents every week, like, I need help, I don't want to come home, help me. That's why I'm just trying to understand where that mindset came from. Like how, because not everyone can do this.
you know, like what you're just saying, I've read and see somewhere in the podcast someone was saying, not everyone can have that mindset. It's not given to everybody.
Yeah, understood.
You know,
Okay.
there's some people they just don't care,
It's true, yeah.
and other people they're like, no,
This is it.
this is doable. We can do this. But not everybody have that mindset.
Yeah.
But everybody can have it.
Yep.
You know, like I really believe if you really want.
You have to work on it.
Yes.
Yeah, you have to work on it.
But that process, not everybody is willing to do it. So they're just leaving, you know, and take the life that
Whatever's in front of them.
Exactly.
And there's a big percent of people just doing because they need to pay, and obviously you need to pay bills, responsibility. So they're just existing in, you know, what they have. Yeah.
Earlier you were telling me about the 9 to 5.
Yeah.
That I literally refused to.
You didn't.
But I feel like I've never had a normal job except from being waiter in Dubai.
When you.
That was my only proper experience.
Yep.
As a worker.
Yeah.
After that, I never had a job, like a normal job where it gave me an Emirate ID, a salary. No, I've been hustling.
You've got energy. Just hearing your story makes me tired. I was just like, how do people do that? But people are doing it, you know? There's a lot of people, they don't have a choice.
I feel like I'm getting a bit tired, but at the same time, when you see the result of your hustle,
it's rewarding. It gives you that new boost.
Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. It feeds
like, okay,
that.
Let's go again.
What's next?
Let's go again. And that's it.
You should be so proud.
A lot of people.
No, you're like too humble to even say that. Yeah.
You know, a lot of people tell me that, like, you should be proud. You should be. I feel like I am.
Yeah.
You know, but to me, I feel like I don't know. There's more.
Yeah, which is good because you're not complacent and you're not just settling. You know, I feel like you've got that mindset to achieve. Listen, to achieve
I went
more.
from broke, not even had a bank account, not even had 1 dirham, to had more than 100,000 dirham in the bank account. So I'm like, and just by visualizing. Imagining. So I'm like, if I did it with 100K, I can do it with 1 million.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we are on the
You're
millionaire.
pushing. Yeah, you're pushing.
We are on the millionaire path. Like, that's why we were.
But I think also like I said, it's helped you to appreciate and value, because I think once you've come from that and because you could either lose it. You're like, oh yeah, forget those days. I've got money now. Be a bit more, maybe reckless, or just enjoy because you've suffered for so long. But you're still willing to work, to be focused, to do more.
I think you don't really enjoy it when you are in the process.
Yeah, okay.
Because you are focused on never going back there.
Yeah.
So, like every time you like something goes wrong, or every time you don't have energy to do this, like when you turn and look back, you're like, nah, we're not going back there.
Get up.
So you don't really. That's why you only say, oh, you must be proud of yourself. Like I'm like, no, I can't be proud of myself now. Like I can't. I feel like we need to keep going, because just like that, we can go back there.
But that's something to be mindful of, because, you know, the fear of lack, I hear like people sometimes they have, because you've gone through so much, that fear of lack sometimes can make you not appreciate. I know you appreciate, but you're always constantly on the go, because the fear, which is true. Trauma. I mean, I would be like that.
It is a trauma.
Yeah.
Yes. So it's. I think it's that the point where I actually struggle.
Right.
I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm struggling a lot there. Where don't get me wrong. I enjoy for a couple of minutes. Yeah. Like when I wake up, I'm like, oh, my beautiful house. Yeah. My dog come. Yeah. Then I drive my car.
Yep.
You know, and then I'm like, okay, that was 5 minutes enjoying. That's done. It's gone. It's gone.
Yeah.
So I'm really struggling with that to enjoy. In 24 hours, I will enjoy and be grateful for 10 minutes.
And then you're thinking about what's next.
Yes. And then the rest of the time, I'm going to be scared. I'm going to be thinking where we're going next, what we're moving.
You don't want to lose what, That's hard. And I think it's completely understandable, because to go through all of this, and then once you've worked hard to get there, you're always going to have what if. But I think sometimes you just need to sit and just and be proud. Like, and you know how to survive. So worst case scenario, like God forbid, you know how to come out of that situation.
You know, for me, the enjoyment, like where I think I'm doing good with enjoyment, I'm making other people enjoy.
Yeah, yeah.
Like my mom and my brothers.
Blessings.
You know, like I help them.
Yeah.
Whoever needs something,
you're able to.
I'm sending.
Yeah.
But myself, I know I need vacation.
You need to rest.
I know. Yeah. You know, I know I need to chill.
Yes.
I know I need to travel, get out of my mind, like see people, experience things. But like, for example, like I mentioned also, my mom, she's coming in a couple of weeks for the second time in Dubai. And my brother came. I flew all my family in Dubai, you know, and I pay for everything because I could.
You can,
you know?
yeah.
And I still can, so let them keep enjoying, you know.
You want them to benefit as well.
Exactly, because I'm well aware my mom never had a perfect life. She was always looking out for us and trying to put food on the table. So she never really enjoyed. So when I enjoy, I feel a bit bad, like a woman, because where I am now, it's 90% because of her. So I feel like she's still there. Like she needs to enjoy. She's 60. Life is not getting any longer for her. She can go anytime. I can go anytime. So let her enjoy. Let her see things that she never seen in life. And that's how I reward myself, by making my mom smile. Like she ain't got to worry about nothing. Like she want to travel. You want to go somewhere, you want something, get it.
But you know, that's such a blessing to have that giving spirit. Again, people, they forget.
Yeah,
I'm not giving.
My mom was telling me that. She's like, I'm thanking God every day.
She should.
That you are how you are with me. Because some mom, they just raise kid, and then once the kid is gone, like...
That will break my heart. I pray every night. I'm like, God, please. Like, obviously, I want my son to live his life. But even not for me. Like, one of my main things as a mother, I don't want to feel like my son has to restrict himself because of me in any way. But I want him to have a giving spirit, whether it's me, whether it's his future wife, whatever, to be able to have and still be willing to give. Because, you know, there was a time where you didn't have. And some people, when they never had, they hold on. Because they're like, I can't let this go, because what if I can't eat again? That
what you just mentioned, that's something that till now, it traumatized me.
It's understandable, because you're like, it's the what if, because you've been there. So it's completely understandable. But just, I think now you've found purpose, you're living in purpose, and you've got a mindset that you know how to come from nothing to build. So I think see it as what else can happen that you haven't survived.
Yeah.
This is your season of embracing everything that you've worked hard for.
Yes.
So it's hard because I can only imagine the trauma that's come with everything you've had to go through. It's not easy. Yeah.
It was a very dark time. I still have sickles from that. Like when I sleep and thinking about all that, or when I have everything that I have and thinking about all that. What if it's a dream? What if what if that money in my bank account is fake? What if it disappears? What if my car is not really my car? You know?
Wow.
What if my house, it kicked me out? So yeah, this and things that I shouldn't even. That's not something that normal people think. I don't think so.
I think it's normal because of what you've been through. Because I think you have to appreciate what you have been through, because all of these thoughts are completely normal. Is this actually happening? You know, what if someone takes my money or steals something? Or because you've been through losing and losing and losing. I think it's working through how you overcome those fears. But it's normal to feel that way when you've gone through so much loss. But it's obviously not healthy to stay in that way when you've worked so hard to achieve. I think that's the difference.
No, we're not staying there.
Yeah.
We have new goals.
Fantastic.
New everything.
Yeah.
New everything. So it's kind of working good because, like I say, things keep moving.
Yeah.
And you say about purpose, I really feel like when someone lives his purpose, that's the best life that you can ever have. And trust me, like you were saying about the 9 to 5, that some people don't want to have the 9 to 5, but they don't also want to have what comes with the 9 to 5.
Yeah.
So
yeah. It takes a certain person, because obviously 9 to 5, and there's nothing wrong with 9 to 5. Some people in 9 to 5 but thriving and love their job.
Yeah.
But if it's not for you and you're doing it because you're surviving, which a lot of people are doing, it's very normal. It's hard. It's hard to navigate that. Yeah.
A lot of time I thought about going to 9 to 5.
I can imagine.
A lot of time. I was like, why am I doing this?
Because you'll get your salary at the end and it's stability. Yeah.
Stability.
Yeah.
And now I think I'm enjoying now.
I can see. Yeah, I can see.
I'm enjoying that.
And you deserve it. You deserve it. That's why you should, when someone says you should be proud, you should be proud. You should be proud to be able to get to this point.
So now what's the new step? It's like literally doing the same thing that got us here, to go from zero dirham, no bank account, to have a bank account.
Yes.
Like just having a bank account. Like, I don't know, it's something stupid, but me saying that, I have a bank account.
You can't take it for granted.
No.
Yeah, you cannot. Yeah.
So yeah, back in the day when I was looking at people who just have it,
The bank card.
I was like, wow, damn, when am I going to reach there?
Wow.
Yeah. Then, to having a bank account, it's amazing.
I feel like it's remained, like from what I've seen from you, obviously we just met today, but you've remained humble. And like I said, like you're willing to share about the foundation that got you here. And I think it's a good reminder for people in regards to always remembering that, not from a traumatic stance, but what you've been able to overcome, I think, to be able to get to this point. It just shows you can obviously overcome a lot more in the future. I think it's a blessing to be able to have that type of mindset and really appreciate everything that you've gotten.
I think, you're right. I think I'm very humble with everything I'm doing and everything I have now.
Yeah.
Because like I say, I'm also able to share.
Yeah.
But sometimes you shouldn't be too humble.
Yeah. I have to learn this for myself. Yeah.
Because sometimes I like to scream that what I'm doing, literally no one in the Middle East have done it.
But you have to be able to own it. I think the confidence has to be
the
there.
same way I'm owning the fact that I was homeless and broke. Let me own the fact that I'm the best.
Yeah, because your journey the journey of what you've had to go through to get to here and be the best at what you're delivering, you have to shout about it. No one should. I agree with that one.
Thank you.
And it's confidence. It's self-confidence.
Exactly.
Yeah, no,
so
I agree
when
with
you,
that.
no, really, I hope you don't say that to like make me.
No, because I'm not good at, me personally, I'm not good at that, but I feel like it is an important trait to have.
It is.
Because you need, if anyone, you have to be your cheerleader. No one else is going to do it for you. You've learned that if you did not push and cheer for yourself, you wouldn't be doing this. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
And so, like, I have one friend that I've been through a lot with him in Dubai. He's also Cameroonian.
Yeah.
And that friend, I love him so much. He always tell me, bro, like, what you doing now? Like, you should be moving like this. You're not that person anymore. He always hype me to the point where I'm like, bro, come on.
Calm down.
Stop it. He was like, no, bro. Like, look, you were just with that celebrity, Chris Hemsworth. He's on Netflix now, Extraction 2. Like, and we chilling here. Like, you're not a normal, a common person like us. Bro,
Like
own
us.
it. Yeah, he was like, own it. And I'm like, no, bro, why? What you mean? You're doing this, you're doing that. You're with this celebrity, you're doing that. You move from this to that. Like, come on, bro. And
it's good to have someone that will push you like that.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's
like,
good.
He think, like, why you think you are, he think bigger than that.
It's fantastic. You don't get many people that will do that because jealousy, human nature, I want what you have, or let's stay at the same level together. But even if you have one friend where their heart is pure and they want to see you win, it's a blessing. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a big blessing for me to have that friend.
I told you an hour is not even enough. Like,
I don't even know how many
seriously,
hours you have done.
it's fine. We won't watch the clock. I've taken so much away. Even me, my mood board. I'm going to make a mood board this evening.
Oh, about that. No, a lot of people talked about mood board.
Yep.
They actually don't know because a lot. I have a mood board. But I mean, from someone that the mood board who had a mood board and everything came true. Let me help you with that. I think I really can help you with that.
Okay, I'm coming to you then, Eric.
So the mood board, you literally you take your time to confectionate it. Take the picture, download the picture, go print it.
Yep.
Make your mood board very nice.
Yep.
Make sure that every time before you sleep, you watch it. And when you wake up, you see it. Because before you sleep, there's that 5-minute time where your mind, a state of mind,
right? Okay,
that it's not your brain doesn't work anymore. It's not your subconscious, which are the main thing that used for manifestation. Yes. So make a very nice mood board.
Yep.
Make sure it's right in front of you before you sleep and when you wake up, and just think about it every day. From there, everything is just gonna align themselves to come to you. Like, it's very simple.
It's powerful.
It is very powerful. People don't. I've seen also someone else who through my journey did a mood board and half of the thing came true. The car, very expensive. She is a real estate agent.
Okay. Yep.
And she came from nothing, but she closed a deal and she bought the car on her mood board. She ran the place that she wanted to rent.
Live.
Yeah, so it really worked.
I'm doing this tonight.
I'm
doing it. Can I just say thank you for sharing? Thank you. I didn't know you were doing this already. So thank you for, doing it from way back, to not be like, I don't want people to know that I was homeless. I don't want people to know that I didn't have 1 dirham. Just owning your whole journey and your success. I just encourage you to don't have that lack mindset. You're only going upwards. You've survived the worst. Like, what more? What more, really? So I really appreciate your time because you're a busy guy. When I actually, after the call, looked at your profile, I was like, this guy's busy and he's going to give me an hour. I'm very grateful. I am very grateful. So thank you for coming.
I'm grateful too to be here, really.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me as well.
Welcome.
So, yeah.
Let's talk DXB. Real conversations by real people.